Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Backstory, an evening of true stories, poetry, and flights of fancy. Tonight's theme, the curious incident of the dog in the nighttime. Our theme is always the title of a classic play or movie, and then we find 6 people to riff on the play, either through poetry, true personal stories, or fiction. They can riff on the themes of the work, the characters in the work, or merely the words in the title. When we did Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, Alex Stein told the story about his cat. The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime was first produced in 2012 in England, adapted from a book by the same name. Laurie and I saw the play a couple of years back at the Ahmanson and were just blown away by it. It's the story of Christopher, a 15-year-old math savant on the autism spectrum, who one night discovers his neighbor's dog lying dead in its yard, killed by a pitchfork. And the play unfolds as kind of a reading of Christopher's journal as it is being turned into a play. So it's kind of a play within a journal within a play. And I gotta say, they did a really good job of it, because I really believed it was a true story written by Christopher himself, and I didn't realize it wasn't until we started working on this show. But that's just me. I think I was all hip and streetwise, right? But probably the most gullible guy you'll ever meet. Anyway, Christopher lives with his dad, who is pretty good at managing Christopher's autism, but is not a happy man because he has to do this on his own. There is no mother in the picture. Christopher decides to be a detective like Sherlock Holmes and discover who killed the dog, much to his father's chagrin, because in the course of Christopher's investigation, Christopher finds out that 1, his mother isn't dead, as his father had told him, and 2, his father killed a dog. So in the second act, Christopher takes it upon himself to travel from his provincial town of Swindon to London to find his mother, a momentous endeavor for a boy with his challenges, and he does find his mother. So tonight you're going to hear poetry from Amelie Frank, Brendan Constantine, and Beverly Collins that all have different ways of going after the themes of curiosity, the nighttime, autism. You're even going to hear one poem written in the voice of the mouse Christopher carries around in his pocket, and maybe 1 or 2 poems written by the guy who actually wrote the book, The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, that the play was taken from, because it wasn't Christopher. And you're going to hear a true personal story from Antonio Sacre about dead dogs and things that go bump in the night. And from Bill Posley, you're going to get a brand new screenplay entitled The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, that has nothing to do with the play. So tonight we have 3 poets and 3 storytellers. Usually we have 2 poets, 2 storytellers telling true personal stories, and 2 who have written fiction. And for one of the fictions, we usually try to find somebody who will tell the backstory of one of the characters in the play. And for The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, Laurie, my co-producer and wife, thought it would be a good idea to get someone to do the backstory of Christopher's mother, who left her autistic child because she just couldn't handle it anymore. And we thought, wouldn't it be great if we got a woman to do that, who really had the experience of raising a child on the spectrum, thinking, God, mothers who have to do that at some point just must want to check out. And this would maybe give one of those mothers, one of those women, the opportunity to let that side of herself go. Maybe it would be a cathartic thing to do. We've had people do that before, face their demons on this stage. And so we reached out to a couple of women who we knew, and they were just too busy still raising their kids. So as it turns out, Laurie herself has had some experience working with children on the spectrum, and she's a wonderful writer and a wonderful actor and one hell of a storyteller. So we're going to start off the show tonight with her telling Christopher's mother's story. Laurie O'Brien.